Today I have Dr. Rajesh with me in the studio. So welcome, Dr. Rajesh.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Dr. Lim is not.
No, he will join.
He will join.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we'll wait for him.
So till we wait for Dr. Lim, we will quickly do a 0 to 9 practice.
Yeah, 9 to 0.
9 to 0 practice.
Okay, let's do a 9 to 0 practice.
So last week we did EA 18.4, 5 and 6. Good morning, Dr. Lim. Welcome.
So, good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, good morning, good morning.
Yeah.
The line is very bad now. I just joined, yeah.
No problem. We will continue.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we'll continue with EA 18.7, Nanda. Okay. So thus I have heard. One time the Buddha was staying at Anath Pindida's ashrama in Jetwana of Shravasti. At that time, Venerable Nanda was unable to uphold the noble life. He wished to discard his bhikshu robes and return to the life of a layperson. At that time, many bhikshus went to Buddha. They bowed their head at his feet, paid their respects, and sat to one side. Then the many bhikshus addressed Buddha, saying, Bhikshu Nanda is unable to uphold the noble life. He wishes to discard his bhikshu robes and return to the household life. At that time, Buddha addressed the bhikshu, saying, Go to Nanda and tell him, the Tathagata summons you. The bhikshu replied, Yes, Bhagwan. Then that bhikshu, having received Buddha's instruction, rose from his seat, bowed at Buddha's feet and withdrew. He went to Bhikshu Nanda and said, Buddha summons you. Nanda replied, Very well. Then Bhikshu Nanda followed that bhikshu to Buddha. He bowed his head at Buddha's feet, paid his respects and sat to one side. At that time, Buddha said to Nanda, Why is it, Nanda, that you do not delight in cultivating the noble life? Do you wish to discard your bhikshu robes and return to the life of a layperson? Nanda replied, Yes, Bhagwan. Buddha said, Why is that, Nanda? Nanda replied, My desire burns intensely and I cannot control it. Buddha said, How is it, Nanda? Did you not leave the household life as a noble youth to pursue the path of the dharma? Nanda replied, Yes, Bhagwan. I am a noble youth who left the household life with firm faith to pursue the path of the dharma. Buddha said, Noble youth, this is not fitting. You left the household life to cultivate purity, yet now you wish to abandon the true dharma and indulge in defilements? Nanda, know that there are two things that are insatiable. If someone indulges in these, they will never be satisfied. What are the two? They are sexual desire and drinking alcohol. These two things are insatiable. If someone indulges in them, they will never be satisfied, and as a result, they will not attain the state of the unconditioned. Therefore, Nanda, you must resolve to abandon these two things. By doing so, you will surely attain the fruit of the unconditioned. Now, Nanda, cultivate the noble life well, and the fruits of the path will surely be yours. At that time, Buddha spoke this verse: if a roof is not well thatched, rain will leak through. If a person does not guard their conduct, they will leak in with lust, anger, and delusion. If a roof is well thatched, rain will not leak through. If a person guards their conduct, they will be free from lust, anger, and delusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor, now,
Yeah.
your
This
comment.
is a very interesting. It's a very interesting sutra now. You know, Nanda is extremely handsome. And he have been mentioned many times in the sutra. You remember in the first sutra, the angel, what they call the Deva, the Devi go to see him. Oh, you see, you have black hair now. You're full, handsome man. No? Why you ordained? So the time they are newly ordained. No? But after some times, okay, you remember the time in India, some rumors that she's going to lay pizza. They immediately some lady, they started to prepare their homes, even prepare some musical instrument to entertain him. I want to marry him.
Yeah.
I mean, he is actually very, very handsome, and many women like to marry him. So I think there is a lot of lust, a lot of attraction in the world. So he told Buddha, sorry, I wanted to go back to the layman because I cannot resist the temptation. So actually, this sutra is very important now. Okay, is that even high level monk like this Nanda, also they also cannot stand the temptation in life. How about you and me? Okay, so this sutra is very interesting. Okay, so after that, Buddha said that I will use fire to extinguish fire. So there are many interesting things happen. Yeah, we continue.
Continue.
Yeah.
At that time, Buddha thought, this noble youth is overwhelmed by desire. I should use fire to extinguish fire. Then Buddha, with his divine power, took Nanda by the hand, and in the time it takes a strong man to bend and stretch his arm, brought Nanda to the Gandha Medana, fragrant mountain. On the mountain, there was a cave where a blind monkey lived. Buddha, holding Nanda with his right hand, said, Nanda, do you see this blind monkey? Nanda replied, yes, Bhagwan. Buddha said, which is more beautiful? Is it the Sakya maiden Sundari or this blind monkey? Nanda replied, it is like someone injuring the nose of an extremely vicious dog and then applying poison, making the dog even more vicious. It is the same here, comparing the Sakya maiden Sundari to this blind monkey who is beyond comparison. It is like a great fire burning through a mountain forest, fed by dry wood, causing the fire to blaze even more intensely. It is the same with me. My thoughts of the Sakya maiden do not leave my mind. At that time, Buddha, in the time it takes to bend and stretch an arm, disappeared from that mountain and arrived in the Trayastrimsa heaven. At that time, the gods in the Trayastrimsa heaven had gathered in the hall of Sadharma, good dharma. Not far from the hall, there was a palace where 500 yakshinis, celestial maidens, were amusing themselves, all women and no men. Nanda, seeing the 500 yakshinis from a distance, asked Buddha, what is this? Why are these 500 yakshinis amusing themselves with music and dance? Buddha said, Nanda, go and ask them yourself. Then Venerable Nanda went to the 500 yakshinis. He saw their palace adorned with hundreds of fine seats, and it was filled only with women and no men. Nanda asked the yakshini, who are you, yakshini, amusing yourself so joyfully? The yakshini replied, We are 500 in number, all pure and without husband. We have heard that there is a disciple of Buddha named Nanda, the son of Buddha's aunt. He is cultivating the pure noble life under the Tathagata. After his life ends, he will be reborn here and become our husband, amusing himself with us. At that time, Venerable Nanda was filled with joy and could not contain himself. He thought, I am a disciple of Buddha and also the son of his aunt. These Yakshinis will all become my wives. Then Nanda withdrew and returned to Buddha. Buddha said, Nanda, what did those Yakshinis say? Nanda replied, those Yakshinis each said, we have no husbands. We have heard that there is a disciple of Buddha who cultivates the noble life well. After his life ends, he will be reborn here. Buddha said, Nanda, what do you think? Nanda, what do you think? Nanda replied, at that time I thought, I am a disciple of Buddha and also the son of his aunt. These Yakshinis will all become my wives. Buddha said, excellent, Nanda, cultivate the noble life well, and I will bear witness that these 500 women will all serve you. Buddha further said, Nanda, which is more beautiful? Is it the Sakya maiden Sundari or these 500 Yakshinis? Nanda replied, just as a blind monkey on a mountain top has no radiance or beauty compared to Sundari, so too is Sundari compared to these Yakshinis. She has no radiance in their presence. Buddha said, cultivate the noble life well, and I will bear witness that you will attain these 500 Yakshinis. Okay. At that time, Buddha thought, I will now use fire to extinguish Nanda's fire. In the time it takes a strong man to bend and stretch his arm, Buddha took Nanda by the arm with his right hand and brought him to hell. At that time, the beings in hell were suffering various torments. In the hell, there was a large cauldron, empty and without anyone inside. Seeing this, Nanda became terrified, his hair standing on end, and he said to Buddha, all these beings are suffering, yet this cauldron is empty and without anyone inside. Buddha said, this is called the Avicii hell. At that time, Nanda became even more terrified, his hair standing on end, and he said to Buddha, this is the Avicii hell, yet it is empty and without any sinners. Buddha said, Nanda, go and ask yourself. Then Venerable Nanda went and asked, prison guard, what is this hell? Why is this hell empty and without anyone? The prison guard replied, Bhikshu, you should know that there is a disciple of Sakyamuni Buddha named Nanda. He cultivates the pure noble life under the Tathagata. After his body perishes and his life ends, he will be reborn in a heavenly realm where he will enjoy himself for 1,000 years. After that, he will be reborn in this Avicii hell, and this empty cauldron will be his chamber. When Venerable Nanda heard this, he was filled with terror, his hair standing on the end, and he thought, this empty cauldron is meant for me. He went to Buddha, bowed at his feet, and said, I wish to confess, due to my own faults, I did not cultivate the noble life and have disturbed the Tathagata. At that time, Venerable Nanda spoke this verse, human life is not precious. Even a heavenly life ends in death. The pains of hell are bitter. Only nirvana is bliss. At that time, Buddha said to Nanda, excellent, excellent. As you have said, nirvana is the greatest bliss. Nanda, I accept your confession. You were foolish and deluded, and you recognized your faults before the Tathagata. Now I accept your repentance. Do not transgress again in the future.
Okay. Yes, Doctor.
Yeah. So I think this is very interesting, you know. So Buddha first let him see the monkey, then ask him to compare to Sundari. Sundari is the woman that loved him, you know,
Yeah.
and wanted to marry him and prepare the musical instrument, prepare the perfume, everything waiting for him. You see, in ancient India, they are no hypocrite, no. When they love, they express their love, no. They like to express their life. So I think the society of India during that time is very, very straightforward. Okay, they like, they mean they like. So even not only Nanda, even Ananda, no. Ananda also very handsome. You see in the Surangama,
Yeah.
in the Sutra, okay, the ladies, no, even using the spell, no, to enchant him or wanted to make him her husband. Okay, so that is the society of the ancient India. They are, I think, they are free love, no. They are loving each other very freely. Okay, but Buddha also pointed out to this Nanda. No? Now you need to control your emotion. Okay, if you do not control your emotion, okay, now you practice good practice, then you go to the heaven. You enjoy your life in the heaven, no? But that is not the end of the story. After you exhausted all your merit, no, then you come back. You come back here, near mind. No? How about you come back to the Avicii hell? Avicii, mean no. Vici mean moment. Vici mean not a single moment of pleasure. You're there, they mean it's pure suffering, no. Avicii. Avicii mean not a single moment of rest. Okay, the mean no, Vici mean a moment of rest. That means you have no rest, you will suffer that for a long time to come. This So you still remember the Xuan Zhang go to China, the king, the listening, no? Okay, he went to this Avicii and come back. And he crying for 1 hour before he can even speak, no? He had been there for 1,000 years in earth time. He said no, because one day on earth now, there are 1,000 years on hell, no? The time is not the same. So 1,000 here, actually 1 million year, he suffer a lot, you know. Okay, but because due to his good karma during his time, because he helped the Senchang and promote in the translation of this thing, then eventually Avalokiteswara bring him out from the hell. Okay, this thing. So now karma, no joke with karma. Okay, you do something, you end up in a punishment. Okay, so that Buddha just told this Nanda, no, you need to if you do not control your emotion, no matter where you go, so it doesn't count, no. Okay, it doesn't count. Even you believe in God, you go to the supreme abode of God. If you cannot control your emotion, all your wish will be fulfilled, no. Then you go and chase after all the dancers to become your wife. Okay, you demand this, demand that. You know, you become possessive in the heaven. Do you think you can stay there? No, you won't be stay there. You'll be kicked out. You know, you go and I have mentioned it many times. Please read the Holy Script carefully. You know, many people have been kicked out. Okay, this from there. No? This thing. So another way is that you go to the Greenland. Greenland is a little bit. We know the state that is better than Supreme Abode. Supreme Abode is they call supreme because that is the final place for you to go. All your wish will be fulfilled. You know? Then you go to the Greenland. Greenland is where you cleanse your mind. Control your emotion. So when your emotion can be controlled, your mind can be controlled, then you go to the supreme abode of God, then you can stay there happily. You know? Otherwise, you see the Adam they take the forbidden fruit. What do you mean by forbidden fruit? You read carefully, you know. It's a fruit of differentiation. Fruit of wisdom. No, here the wisdom means differentiate. When then he tried to grab and push, no? Whatever he want, he grab. Whatever he don't want, he push. Okay? Then he disturb the harmony in the heaven, you know. Okay? The Eden is not in this world. People try to find out the Garden of Eden. No, it's in the other world. They kick out. the Lucifers also get kicked out. Then there is a few. I cannot remember the name. Please go and read. They are kicked out. This thing. That's why every religion, you know, asks you to prepare yourself. ask you to be kind, ask you to this thing, so that when you went to the Supreme Court of God, you can behave yourself. So it's the same thing with Ananda, Nanda, Buddha told him, no. So since he cannot control, no, after never mind, you go there, you can have 500 Yakshini. Yeah, Yakshini is extremely beautiful, no? Extremely beautiful. I know of one this forest monk, this forest monk. He is the assassin. They mean in Thailand, you know, they kill the drug cartel. Okay, he stopped to her. So unfortunately, in his last assignment, you know, okay, he doesn't know that the cartel have the daughter beside him. So when they kill him, the daughter hysterical, you know, yelling. So the yell keep on echo in his mind. You know. Okay, he cannot no longer can be peaceful. He go to see the monk to repent, you know. So the monk asked him to go to the mountain to practice. And she told me that she go through a lot of tests now. The last test is the Yakshini come to meet him. Okay, he say this woman come in the form of the woman that liked by him, you know. Not so easy, you know. You know what type of woman you like, you know. Come out, he say it's not so easy for him to go through the last test, you know. But of course, he go through. Then after that, I think he achieved very great power, and he can communicate with all the jinn and everything. Okay, so that this thing do exist, this actually they do exist. This thing, but for us in Sunya, of course, we don't deal much with that because we do not practice to see all these things. Okay, maybe some people they can see it, but don't attach to all these things. Okay, so during the practice of Sunya, also sometimes they appear of angel, they appear of small fairy. Many things happen. We just ignore them. Okay, these things. So in other world, and just now we're talking about this. What they call the 33 heaven. There is the heaven nearest to the earth. On the earth, on the top, the four corner, no? The four corner, then there are the 33 sections, no? Okay, that is the nearest to the. Normally, the people, the life there is between 500 years to 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. And they have a normal life like us. They are still in sensuous world. No? They mean they can have the relationship husband and wife. Okay, they can even have sex, no? This thing. But unfortunately, you're going there, you exhaust all your marriage, now you come back here. Now, you come back here, it's okay, no? the thing is that you may not come back here. You go the other way. You go to the Avicii hell. Then my goodness, Avicii means not a single moment of rest. It's a very, very serious hell, no? Okay, so imagine even the people, Nana also can go there. Who are we, you know? You and me. So it's better that we observe Panchasila very strictly, you know. Okay, this thing, do not pray full with the karma. It's very, very distinct. But of course, the only those very, very serious crime they go to Avicii, like killing. You don't go to Avicii by killing ant, you know, or mosquito. Only killing of people. And if you're killing a parent, then definitely going there. Killing this thing. Then there is the king, you know, the king that received this thing. He killed both his brother to access to the throne, you know. That's very bad. Kill both his brother because he is the third son, you know. Mm-hmm. In order to access to the throne, so he killed both the brother, then forced his father to get down from this thing, then he became a king. But of course, a good king. He is a good king. Because of him, the Tang dynasty expand like mad, you know. This thing, and he built the palace for Xuan Zhang. Okay, then he is the one who financially supported Xuan Zhang to translate all the sutra. Okay, he had a lot of merit, no. Okay, no. At the end of the day, he get out of hell, and of course he had all the good merits. This thing, but go to hell first because of the killing, no. Kill a lot. Kill too many people. This is the thing. So he come and say, even though he's a king, no, cannot be exempted from going to the Avicii hell. Okay, so that we should be very, very careful with our actions, no. Okay, don't commit in this serious crime. Okay, the money, especially the money from the
donation
temple, no. the money from the religious this thing. Okay, let's say if people donate money to you to build your religious temple, to build the mosque, everything, and you use the money to buy the house and put under your name, guarantee you go to hell. Guarantee you go to hell. You don't do that now. Okay, I think there is one Baba from India. Okay, the Muslim Baba. Okay, he have 27 houses in India. Okay, people donate money to him to build mosque. Okay, he go and buy 27 houses, put under his name, but he's holy man, He come to Malaysia, talk nuts, And until the Islamic Association of Malaysia ban his speech, do not allow him to because all this stupid speech, he give to this thing. So we have all those Baba. Okay, we have Hindu Baba, we have Muslim Baba, we have this Christian Baba, Buddhist Baba, so many types of Baba. Okay, so they according to this sutra, they go to our jail.
Let's continue. Yeah, continue.
Very interesting. Coming to the end.
At that time, Buddha, in the time it takes to bend and stretch an arm, took Nanda by the hand and disappeared from hell, arriving at the Jetavana Vihara in Shravasti. Buddha said to Nanda, "Now, Nanda, you should cultivate two things. What are the two? They are calmness, samatha, and insight, vipassana. You should also cultivate other two things. What are the two? They are understanding the samsara is not blissful and knowing that nirvana is blissful. You should also cultivate another two things. What are the two? They are wisdom and eloquence." At that time, Buddha explained these various teachings to Nanda. At that time, Venerable Nanda, having received Buddha's teachings, rose from his seat, bowed at Buddha's feet and withdrew. He went to the Andhavana and upon arriving sat in the lotus posture under a tree, straightened his body and mind, focused his thoughts and contemplated the teachings of the Tathagata. At that time, Venerable Nanda, in a quiet place, constantly contemplated the teachings of the Tathagata without interruption. As a noble youth who left the household life with firm faith to pursue the path of the Dharma, he cultivated the supreme noble life, ended the cycle of birth and death, established the noble life, completed what needed to be done, and would no longer be subject to rebirth. He knew this as it truly was. At that time, Venerable Nanda became an Arhant. Having become an Arhant, he rose from his seat, straightened his robes, went to Buddha, bowed at his feet, and sat to one side. At that time, Venerable Nanda said to Buddha, "Bhagwan, you previously promised me 500 yakshinis. Now I renounce them all." Buddha said, "Now that you have ended the cycle of birth and death and established the noble life, I too renounce them." At that time, Buddha spoke this verse, "Now I see Nanda cultivating the Shramana path. All evils have ceased. His Shramana practice is flawless." At that time, Buddha said to the bhikshus, "The one who has attained arhantship is now Bhikshu Nanda. He is free from lust, anger and delusion." This is Bhikshu Nanda. When the bhikshus heard what the Buddha said, they followed it with joy.
Yeah.
This sutra is very famous among the Chinese now.
Oh.
The Chinese. So during this Zen practice, I read this sutra many times. Okay, as a mortal being, okay, we cannot exempt ourselves from all the temptation in life. Okay, so even great disciple Ananda also had subject to such temptation. Buddha said that okay, the root cause of reincarnation is lust. Okay, the attachment to sex, That's the root cause. So if you cannot manage it, you will never get out from reincarnation. Okay, that's why the monk, they have a celibate life now. They cannot have any sexual life. Okay, they have to end it. This thing. But we as lay people, so we are allowed to have a relationship with our wife, or this thing. Otherwise, the population will collapse. These are the thing. Okay, so that we should also not going to another extreme. Okay, to absorb it to another extreme until the population collapse. I have mentioned many times Mongol and also Tibet because of this. Because they send their best son to become the monk. Okay, the population collapse. You can in the history, So from 30 million, they collapsed to about 6 million. Mongol was about 3 million. These are the population collapse. This thing. So whatever we do, okay, there must be a middle path. Okay, it must be the path. Not overdoing it and not underdoing it. These are the things. Okay, but this sutra actually is a very important sutra. Okay, even before that, when I'm young, I read this sutra many times. Actually, it's a very famous one. Okay, so that's during this Zen practice everything. So sometimes we read this sutra again and again. Okay, no, actually, it's nothing wrong. We have all the lusts. We have all the temptation in life, There's nothing wrong. Only thing is that we need to control it, We need to control it. Then Buddha normally come up with a few methods. The reverse counting. The reverse counting also can make you control your emotion. Okay. Then also the vipassana. Okay, you observe your body, observe your this thing. Now, worst come to worst, in case you still cannot handle this this thing, so that the white moon practice, the white moon practice is especially to counter the lust, the sexual desire. That's very effective. Okay, but there is also a caution that do not over practice the white moon. When you over practice, then you lost your motivation in life, Okay, then you become donkey. This is the thing. So whatever you do, there should not be overdoing, You have some problem, okay? You have some method. So when a method solve a problem, just right enough, then stop there. Don't overdoing it. Okay, this thing. So when I went to China, there's one professor. Okay, he wanted to do business. Okay. Then he told me that he is practicing the white moon practice with his wife now. I told him, Professor, you practice a white moon practice now. I saw you, You doesn't look motivated now. Then how to do business? Then the wife told me, that's a problem. Okay, the husband doesn't seem to be interested in this world. I said, no, you should not over practice because you keep on preaching the white moon thing. I say you practice this just right enough, sufficient to stop all your things. You don't keep on practice until you lost all your motivation. Then you in front of me, you say you want to do business. I am a businessman. How can you do business without motivation? How can you do business without motivation? Without motivation, you no business. You must have a kind of strong desire to become millionaire. There's nothing wrong, to have a strong desire to become millionaire. As long as you within Panchasila, there's nothing wrong. As long as you don't break the sila, it's nothing wrong. Okay, that's it. But you don't over practice. Okay, that's why Buddha said that do not worship the practice. So it's not easy. Not easy. So people a lot of lust, a lot of this thing. So we teach them the white moon. Okay, then they feel good, So when they feel good, they all practice it. They keep on practicing until and then they become poker face. They lost all their motivation, So the professor, I can see that he is become confused, lost all his. I said, no, you should stop your. I told him, you want to do business, you stop now. You already over practiced your white moon, You stop now. This thing. So I asked him to go to the reverse counting. I told him reverse counting are much more safer. You won't be overdoing reverse counting, When reverse counting, by the time you feel boring, okay, then automatically we go for double counting. Hopefully we go for next practice. This you won't continue, but this white moon one is very risky. You keep on going to that. Then. No. Even in India, also people are overdoing it. They put the S over the body. There's also the white moon clan. Okay, by right they put the S on the forehead, to remind that you will become like that one day. No, man, then they put the whole body. Then the worst thing is that they are naked, they're walking naked. What are they doing? This is the overdoing. They're overdoing. Yeah. So this is a very interesting sutra. Okay. When you have time, read this again. This is very important in Zen. Yeah, this sutra.
Okay.
So, Doctor, let's take the next one.
Yeah, next one is.
Yeah.
So, EA 18.8
Yeah,
Mahaprajapati.
Yeah, the beautiful woman.
Yeah. Thus have I heard. One time, Buddha was staying in the Nigrodvana in Kapilavastu of the Sakya clan, together with 500 great bhikshus. At that time, Mahaprajapati Gautami went to Buddha. She bowed her head at his feet, paid her respects, and said to Buddha, "May Buddha long guide the ignorant and always protect life." Buddha said, "Gautami, you should not speak to the Tathagata in this way. May the Tathagata's life be endless, always protecting his life." At that time, Mahaprajapati Gautami spoke this verse: "How should one pay homage to the Supreme One, who is unequal in this world? Who can dispel all doubts? For this reason, I speak these words." At that time, Buddha replied to Gautami with this verse: "With diligence, the mind is hard to diminish. Always possessing a courageous heart, viewing all disciples equally. This is how one pays homage to the Tathagata." At that time, Mahaprajapati said to Buddha, "From now on, I will pay homage to Buddha. The Tathagata now instructs us to respect all beings without bias. Among gods, humans, and asuras, the Tathagata is the Supreme One." At that time, Buddha approved of Mahaprajapati's word. She then rose from her seat, bowed at Buddha's feet, and withdrew. At that time, Buddha said to the bhikshus, "Among my disciples, the foremost in extensive knowledge and wisdom is Mahaprajapati." When the bhikshus heard what the Buddha said, they followed it with joy.
This Mahaprajapati is very famous woman. This we call great love. This Maha means great. Prajapati means love. Actually, is also mean he's a lot of competitor. He is very competent and very distinct. Okay, so he wished Buddha a long life. No need to wish me a long life. You want to pay homage to me? You practice what I told you. No?
Yeah.
Okay, no need to wish me long life. No need to send flower to me. No need to bring any sacrifice to me. Okay, this is wrong way to pay respect to Buddha. Okay, so he told him, so you practice what I told you. That in all religion, you lead all religion. Okay, the God, even the prophet ask you to practice what they told you. Okay, not to follow him in person. Yeah.
Yeah. Good one. Next one we can take a
Next
Yeah,
two
one
are
more,
very
one more,
small. Yeah.
Now two smaller ones, Doctor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. EA 18.9 Slander. Thus have I heard. One time, the Buddha was staying at Anathapindida's ashrama in Jetavana of Shravasti. At that time, Buddha said to the bhikshus, "There are two kinds of people who slander the Tathagata and his community. Who are these two? They are those who declare what is not the dharma to be the dharma, and those who declare the dharma to be not the dharma. These are the two who slander the Tathagata. There are also two kinds of people who do not slander the Tathagata. Who are these two? They are those who declare what is not the dharma to be not the dharma, and those who declare the true dharma to be the true dharma. These are the two who do not slander the Tathagata. Therefore, bhikshus, what is not the dharma should be declared as not the dharma, and the true dharma should be declared as the true dharma. In this way, bhikshus, you should train yourself. When the bhikshus heard what the Buddha said, they followed it with joy.
It is very important, you know. Okay, that's why we should promote what is Dhamma, we should not promote what is not Dhamma. That's why we are very, very specific in the text. Okay, we only promote what is written in the sutra. Okay, many writing, many this thing, you know, when the source are dubious, no, we may not promote. You have to be very careful now, because there are many of them, they are non-nama. Okay, they simply pluck something from the air. One of the great example is the what do you call this your what do you call Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Okay, from 84 verses it bloated to 700. You read that, you die. You know. This is so many things, so many portfolio, so many like torment, you know, they add everything into it, you know. So you have to be very careful. There are a lot of non-dhamma that mix into it. These are the things. So actually for the religious text, you have to be very careful. So always check the source of the text. Now we have one principle now. If it's not from Buddha, then we keep it, you know.
Out.
Forget about it. Don't discuss about that. Okay, this is very and I think the Agamas and Nikaya enough for to study, you know. These two enough. I think more than enough, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you do not need anything more than that. Of course, there are also some other long sutra, like Vimarakati Sutra, okay, the Surangama Sutra, okay, the Lotus Sutra. That one we will study in the future. That you have to be very careful with the Sastra. Sastra means the what do you call the documentary, the commentary, you know. Sastra means commentary. They comment on the sutra. That one you have to be very careful. But of course, many people they try to add the meaning to make you understand. Sometimes we do appreciate, okay. But the problem is that many of the sastra gone overboard, you know. They're overdoing it, you know. When overdoing it, you know, it's very risky. They become Dhamma, not Sat Dhamma. No. Sat Dhamma means the good Dhamma, they become the wrong Dhamma. What do you call? So we have to very, very, very careful with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Doctor, last one for
I
today.
think one more, the last one.
Yeah, last one.
EA 18.10 Commendable. Thus have I heard. One time, the Buddha was staying at Anath Pindida's ashrama in Jetwana of Shravasti. At that time, Buddha said to the bhikshus, "There are two kinds of people who attain immeasurable merit. Who are these two? They are those who praise what is worthy of praise and do not praise what is not worthy of praise. These are the two who attain immeasurable merit. There are also two kinds of people who incur immeasurable wrongdoing. Who are these two? They are those who slander what is worthy of praise and praise what is not worthy of praise. Bhikshus do not act in this way." When the bhikshus heard what the Buddha said, they followed it with joy.
So I think quite straightforward.
Straightforward.
No, you have to be very careful with some Baba in India. No? Okay, I think one Baba, he said that Shiva have 108 reincarnations. Okay, and Buddha is one of them. Okay, then he put a hand like this, no?
Yeah.
Only one. He said the teaching of Buddha is not even 1% no, of the teaching of Shiva. First, where is the teaching of Shiva? Which text is the teaching of Shiva? Shiva means emptiness. No?
Emptiness.
Where is the teaching of Shiva? Now, then he go and build a huge statue of Shiva with the eyes growing up, no? And he called himself the believer of Shiva. Idiots, no? He called himself the believer. And he take everything from Buddha, no? Okay, yet he slander Buddha. Yet he slander Buddha. Okay, then he tried to among the come to Asia here. Oh, he pretend to be a Buddhist now. They are not Buddhists. He is not Buddhist. Okay, behind the scene, he slander Buddha. No? Okay, we have to be very careful with this kind of Baba, no? And we whack them. No? Okay, we are not kind to them. No? Every time we've done, we whack them. This thing. Because these are the one they destroy everything. No? They destroy everything. This thing. One of his disciples told me that this guru promoting Buddha. Then I showed the video to her. No, I said, look at this video. No. He even put a hand like this. No, he said the teaching of Buddha is not even 1%. Shiva have 108. So he said Buddha is one of the reincarnation. Okay, so it's not even 1%. Idiot now. Buddha said that He is Buddha. He is Tathagata. He is from nowhere. He is going to nowhere. You cannot say that he is from Siwa. He is from this thing. No. He is from nowhere. He is Sugata. Just come and just go. This thing. No. So he is not reincarnated from anybody. This thing. Buddha make it very clear. This thing. Even in Agamas, no, Buddha make it very clear. Okay, you can claim that he is a reincarnation of which and which God, the reincarnation of this and that. Okay, and another thing is that they don't even know the meaning of Siva. I think Siva promoted by Sankara, no?
Yeah. As emptiness,
Sankara,
as nothing.
Sankara whacked the Brahma and promotes Siva, but the Siva here means Sunyata.
Shunyata. He basically was talking about Shunyata.
No, he's talking about Sunyata.
Yes.
Okay, but Siva is an iconic of Sunyata.
Yeah.
Formless, no
Yeah.
form. But you see this Baba, they build a huge statues of Siva with the eye rolling up, you know. And under the influence of hash, I think, under the influence of drug, maybe they take the after they take the drug from the snake, you know, the eye roll up. So they thought that Siva is like him, you know, rolling the eye up. You know. No, this kind of Baba, they do a lot of harm, you know. They do a lot of harm, and their edicts know. This thing, the way they speak now, they never use any of this, and there's no sense at all in what they talk. Okay, of course they talk look good because they get all the teaching from Buddha. Of course, it sounds good. Okay, but you should look at the conclusion. So when they conclude, my goodness, they are always against Buddha. They are always against this. So do not condone them. You know, this other thing. And in India, this Baba, they want to destroy the civilization of India. They destroy the culture of India. Okay, this thing. So if we are not careful with them, they destroy everything. I'm telling you.
So
They
true.
destroy everything. Yeah. They keep talking. You know. Then they pluck something from the air. They keep talking. You know. Okay. Then they are hiding up there. Okay. They are there. They are always higher than you. You know.
Yeah.
You cannot become them. Okay. They are always the Mahaguru. They sit in the high seat. You know. That's banned by Buddha. Buddha do not allow us to sit in the high seat and breast people's head. You know. That is not allowed. That's why in Sunya, many people come and ask me to hold their head to breast. And I don't breast people. You go and breast yourself. No. Breasting is not for me. You know. How can I breast you? I can't even breast myself. How can I breast you? So this thing, you breast yourself. No. You go back to your own God. You know. You pray to Him and ask Him to breast you, not me. No, we are not in the position to press anybody. Okay, this thing. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I think we have
Doctor,
all
we
these
opened-
interesting agamas.
Yeah, and now we...
Any question? Yeah, any question?
Yeah, and to also add, Doctor, we should congratulate our team here who have finished the first Ekotara Agama first draft.
Yeah.
We have finished complete. Now we are taking the Samyukta Nikaya. Samyukta
yeah.
Agamas.
I am extremely happy, you know.
Yeah.
And I have a sense of relief, you know, that something heavy burden has been laid down, you know. Okay, this actually Ekotara Agama should be the first Agama you study. Many people they go for Za Agama, Samyukta Agama. No, Samyukta Agama is good. Samyukta Agama means miscellaneous Agama, but systematic is Ekotara.
Ekotara Agama.
Ekotara means one by one, you know. They explain things. So that's why Agamas, the first to study should be Ekotara. And I think in the preface also they make it very clear.
Yes.
No? The first Agama to study is Ekotara. After that you go and study the Samyukta. Okay, Samyukta means the miscellaneous. Also we call it Za Agama. Za means miscellaneous in Chinese. Okay, there are 1,000 over sutra, and all are short sutra. They are also beautiful sutra. Then after that you have this Madhya Agama, the middle length, you know. Then Niga, this thing, the long length. They want not too many. They want not too many. So actually, once we have this Ekotara Agama, it's good enough. No? Ekotara Agama, when actually this Samyukta, everything just supplementary. It's just supplement what the Ekotarika is talking about. It's all contained in Ekotarika. This is talking about the what they call the Panchaskanda. You get rid of Panchaskanda, so you should not attach to pressure. You should not attach to pains and pressure. No, you should get rid of that. I think that's from the first few chapters of the Samyukta. Okay, but all have been covered in Ekotara Agamas. So when this Ekotara Agama has been completed, basically that half of our job has been done.
Fantastic.
Okay, then after that, we will reinstate back the Taksasila.
Yeah.
Because this is from Taksasila, no? This Agamas is from Taksasila. This thing. And Nikaya most probably is from
Sri Parva.
Sri Parva. No?
Yeah.
Nikaya. There is a strong archaeological, because they dig up many things similar. What they found it in Sri Lanka, they found it in this Nagatuna Kona. Same type of artifacts, no? Okay, so that maybe Nikaya is, but of course Sri Pawa is very famous for the Sunyata
Shunida.
because of the
Nagarjuna.
because of the Nagarjuna. So now very simple now. 3 university, three team, no. So this Taksasila focus on Agamas, okay. Then this Naranda is a Yogacara, okay. Yogacara also is a big school. It's a big school, but there is a lot of name and term, you know. When you want to study Yogacara, you have to get prepared. There's a lot of name, there's a lot of terms. I think like yesterday we do some Nikaya, and they give us some flavor, you know. There is a lot of details, but that name and term is the reasoning, you know. It's also good to study that, you know. To study that. Then after that, this Sunya school is from this Sri Pawa. So basically, I think we already established the 3 university, you know. Okay, now you should do like what the Chinese scholar do. Many universities burned down, no? Even the University of Nagarjuna, sorry, it is a Komarajiwa and Shenzhen burned down. Even the text they burned from India totally burned down, no? The text no more. But luckily that they translated quickly. All the texts have been going to the household, no? Okay, then the scholar they just collect back the text. Sometimes when the text lost, they even get it back from Japan, you know. Japan very lucky, you know. No one dare to burn down the library.
Samurai.
It's protected by the samurai. Protected by the samurai. Then this in China, the largest library, the largest thing is the Shaolin, you know, until today is intact. Because it's protected by a few thousand militia monks, no. The government did attack Shaolin, no. But they defeat the regular troops, no. They're very strong in fighting. Okay, the Bodhidharma. Okay, that's why Sunya are not goody-goody, you know. When you come to protecting of the Dharma, you cannot be goody-goody. Okay, so I think the strategy is the same thing, you know. You you have to protect with knife, no. You protect with sword. This is the thing. I think in all religion is like that, no. Okay, but now we have all the text with us. Okay, we have all the text with us. So we are going to promote this teaching of Agamas, to respect the Taksasila. Then we also lay down the principle of yoga, 3 levels, no? Okay, the union of mind and body, the union of self and the society, and the universe. No? Actually, universe. The universe. Universe is much bigger than this thing. Then the last one is the union between Sunyata and Rupa. Sunyata and Rupa. That's why this the Heart Sutra is the highest teaching of yoga. Heart Sutra, no, it's just Sunyata is Rupa, Rupa is Sunyata. There's a union between Sunyata and Rupa. And many people, they keep on saying that Heart Sutra is a summary of Diamond Sutra. No, it's not. Diamond Sutra is from Zen, you know. We are from Diamond Sutra. Okay, we don't go for name and term, we don't go for this thing. Zen less on name and term. We don't deal much with name and term. We more on the practice of Zen. This thing. That's why in China, Zen and Yogacara, no? Sometimes they are fighting each other. These 2 sects, they are not in a good term. Until today, they are not in a good term. Okay, but to us, both are from Buddha. No? Why should we differentiate them? Why should we differentiate them? Okay, so we also practice now. Okay, so Yogacara, we also promote. Okay, but we promote what is from the sutra. We don't promote. You see, I think one of the reasons of the downfall of Nalanda, because they over-practiced it, you know. Then they lost the support of the government. Then after that, people don't understand what they are teaching. People don't understand what they are doing. Then they lost the support from the thing. According to the Chinese record, you know, Nalanda is slowly decay. and due to Tantra practice, they debated, no, they go to Tantra practice. There's nothing wrong in Tantra practice, but when you overdo with all the puja, overdo with all this nim and form, okay, then the commoner doesn't know what you're doing. You know. You tell something to them, they never understand what you're talking about, then who is going to support you? No, when you're Tam, no, you try to read Yogacara Sastra.
No, I don't want to read. I don't have time
You
to.
try to read it. If you can understand it, I'll tell you.
I, it
My
is.
goodness, then you tell to the commoner, you tell to the villager, no. You tell them, you expect the villager to support you. Nah. Who is going to support you? This, so I think your reverse counting also, they support you much better.
Much better.
Yeah, but that's why Zen in China, they're still doing well. Zen they're still doing well because it's easy to practice, easy to promote. But of course, we also respect the Yogacara, okay? Because that also point out the Shenchang go to India because of the yoga.
Yeah.
Because and he is the founder of Yogacara in China. Okay, Yogacara and also they call it the rear rim, no? The rear rim sex, doing something rear rim, no? Like the Sarva, what they call?
Sarvastivadin.
Yeah, something like that. Everything is real. This thing, and he's promoting. That's why Swenchang a lot of nim and term. Even his translation of Diamond Sutra, no? A lot of nim and term. It's not easy to read his translation. No? I try to read. Cannot understand. Not that I cannot understand. There's a lot of nim and term. No? Okay, this the thing. You see, the Kumarajiva is meant up as four sector: self. Okay,
People, beings,
self,
and things.
this,
People, beings, and things.
Other beings and also this all this being, you know. But there were 7 or 8 sector details, no. Okay, then the sentence is very detailed. So when you say Buddha sit down, then he started to set up his body. Okay, he started to practice. He face to face with the disciple. They go for deep practice. But that's good, no? That's good. We appreciate that, no?
Yeah.
That's good. That's why the translation of Swenchang is very accurate. Okay, but not easy to read. Because a lot of name and term, and he written all the Sanskrit name, no? And Sanskrit written in Chinese is a nightmare, no? Sanskrit written in Latin is still easy to read, and it's very difficult to read. No, the words very difficult to read. Okay, you see all the Surangama mantra written in Chinese. Until today I doesn't know how to read. Many words are not easy to read now. So I go back to Sanskrit now. Okay, I can read Sanskrit in Latin one much easier than reading it in Chinese. My goodness, the Baisaje become Pisasa. The sound totally out, no? This thing. But of course, we respect the Chinese scholar because they record now the this thing. So as I told you, one of my student, you know, my piano is a student. Her father, you know, every day copy the Hasutra, then give to her friend, you know. Give to his friend. I think this tradition has been
Beautiful.
thousands of years now. The Chinese scholar, they keep on copy, you know. This the thing. I think, but of course now we don't need to copy. We using forwarding, we using WhatsApp to forward much easier.
So true.
Don't need to copy. Yeah. I think now with all the modern technology, okay. So we also engrave everything on the palm leaf. So I think maybe in the month of June, okay. I think I try to finish the editing this the what you call EA. Okay. Then June we will launch it. We will launch the EA and also the 3 university. You know, we launch at the same time. Then we initiate the Gurukul system.
Yeah.
Okay. Then each one take about 8 students, I think.
Yeah. 8.
According to society. Yeah. Then we started teaching.
Yeah. I think, Doctor, we open the floor for questions.
Yeah. We opened up.
No questions online. I think it was pretty clear today. It was very clear.
Yeah, yeah,
Agamas are very usually
Yeah, very
Agamas
straightforward.
very straightforward. You see very less questions during Agamas time.
Actually, we don't need to explain. It's very straightforward.
Very straightforward. Yeah.
It's very clear cut. No, the teaching of Buddha are very straightforward. He do not use all sort of funny, all sort of difficult thing to teach now. You see, throughout the whole Agamas now, not a single chapter are difficult to read.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Only when you go for this Vimanakriti, you go for Diamond Sutra, then one is more difficult, is higher level of teaching. You know. But even though when you understand the basic principle, it's also not difficult. Like Diamond Sutra, no. Anything you can see, anything Namarupa, they are illusion. Finished. Okay, they are illusion now. When we say this is A, this is not A, this is name A, this is illusion. Anything under that, is under Namarupa. Okay. True. When you get this thing, then you get the key, then you can understand Dhamma Sutra. You can understand Dhamma Sutra, yeah.
So I think, Doctor, that calls for the end of today's session. Thank you so much for attending and guiding. And I think the conclusion is that we will continue doing our Agamas every week. Now we have added one more thing. We do at 8:30 in the morning, we do a Hindi version of this. So we do a Hindi version. Because we have now started translating it from English to Hindi, and now we are also teaching in Hindi. So we will also finish the Hindi translation of this.
Because English is a modern language now.
Yes.
Okay, to translate to any language becomes easy. The Chinese one is it's about 340 until now. How many years already? It's 1,600 years, 1,700 years now. It's almost 2,000 years old now, the language. Okay, no, we can still understand it, but the way is no longer the same as modern language. Okay, so I even use the English one to translate to the modern Chinese now. Easier. And rather than when we translate for the ancient Chinese, we used to tend to follow the old language now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But from English, it's totally to a modern Chinese. Modern Chinese, of course, are quite different from the ancient Chinese. But the only one thing good about Chinese that we can still read because we are using the same character. Only thing the arrangement is not the same. But and the ancient language, they are more economical. They are very economic on words, no? That's why you have to read slowly. Because at the time paper are very costly, They are very economic, and many of the things they have to copy by hand, That's why they economize all the words and everything. Okay, this thing. So one thing good about Chinese text is still a living language. Okay, so the meanings, there's nobody will quarrel over the meanings. So when we go to Pali, then we have a little bit of problem.
Yeah.
Because it's a dead language. When it's dead language, sometimes people quarrel over the meaning,
Yeah.
So to translate one sutra, sometimes take one whole day. Because people need to decipher the meaning.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Pali. But Chinese, we don't have this problem. Chinese, clear cut. I can still translate now. I have translated a few. This before that. Okay, so Chinese is the only language now where we can still read now. A few thousand years ago, we can still read it now. That is the only language because it's a ideograph now.
Yeah.
It's like a smiley.
Smiley,
like a smiley. This thing. It's never changed. Like a smiley, your Hindi smiley, your English smiley, Malay smiley is the same. The smiling face all the same. You can use it in any languages now. Smiley, Chinese also is simply. It's like Japanese also they use it. The Korean also they use it. The Vietnam also use it. But they read it in a different way. So in the future, maybe we can teach Chinese in India. Maybe we teach them in Hindi.
Yes,
it's possible.
yes. Yeah.
It's possible. But I think that is not important now. We already translate all in English. Then from English, I think we translate to all
languages.
Maybe like Hindi, Gujarati, even the Malayalam, this the Tamiran, and also this Telugu, especially Telugu of the Siddipet. Okay. Then I think that we promote back the university.
Yes. Okay, Doctor.
Yeah. As the last this thing, so the general information, the University of Kumarajiwa in Spenchang, they are still teaching today.
Oh, amazing.
The teaching never stopped for the past 1,000 years. So we revised back Taksasila, we revised back Nalanda, we revised back Singapore, we started teaching now without any error. Teach now. Okay,
Yes.
see you again.
Okay, Doctor.
Doctor.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Doctor.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes, Harman. So we had another good session.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so beautiful
Started
text.
with started with Nanda, and then we had the other small sutras also. But I think this brings us to every week a point where we have a little understanding,
Yeah.
a little part of our ignorance about what we believe is taken off, and we start cultivating a little awareness onto the reality of our being. And I think these are beautiful sutras, and thanks to Dr. Lim to help us, or at least keep us motivated to keep on doing this.
Yeah.
He's every week coming on a Sunday and Saturday. Actually, is one of the triggers that we are also excited to
Yes.
always read and participate.
Yeah.
So he's our guiding light, and I think we should continue doing this. Because that's the way you can pay respect to him also.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Thank you,
sharing
Doctor,
this.
for your
Thank
time.
you.
So even today we learned that contemplation is also very important.
Yes.
Even after learning that from Buddha, when Buddha told him, he
He
had
went
back, he had to sit and he had to contemplate what he learned.
Yeah.
So contemplation is also very important.
Absolutely.
So practice and contemplation.
Yes.
So whatever decisions you take, you need to contemplate before taking that decisions. What are the pros and cons? What is going to happen after
Correct.
that?
Correct.
So that's what I took from today's session. That contemplation
Yeah.
is very important,
Absolutely, yeah.
and samatha vipassana.
Yeah. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you, Doctor, for your time.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next week on Saturday, 8:30 in the morning, and you can tune in on Sundays as well, 8:30 in the morning for the Hindi Agamas. Until next week, take care. Thank you.
It was spread throughout India. पूरी दुनिया में ये spread होगा. When India started to practice Sunya, जब इंडिया ने practice करना शुरू कर दिया शून्य का, but the ancient Chinese described Sunya, described India. जैसे जो Chinese थे पुराने, उन्होंने इंडिया के बारे में कुछ बताया है. Simple, वो एक साधारण देश है. Elegance, लेकिन उसमें कुछ खूबसूरती है. Most importantly, majestic. और सबसे बड़ी चीज है महान है. शाबाश इंडिया. तो ये है इंडिया. साधारण, खूबसूरत और महान. It was spread throughout India. पूरी दुनिया में ये spread होगा. When India started